Megan Thee Stallion was seen with European football player Romelu, and everyone is taking notice because it seems to confirm the end of her relationship with rapper Party. Many online are calling out Party for losing Meg Thee Stallion after sticking by her side during her lawsuit with Tory Lanez. They're making fun of the poems he recited and the fact that he got a feminist tattoo. Megan's new relationship has the people wondering if everything Party did was all for nothing. Today we have our comedy hype analysts, Yamanika Sanders, Pierre, and Nemish calling in to give their thoughts and reactions. Now, there was a tweet that went out, and this tweet says, I'm glad Meg Thee Stallion appears to have moved on from Party. He did not seem to defend her and support her the way she needed to be by a partner these last 2 years. It's so sad and unfortunate that she keeps going through so many tough battles alone, like literally alone. So I want to ask this question, and let me first ask, of course, our lady on the show, Ms. Yamanika Sanders. Are you surprised they broke up after going through such a trial together?
I prayed for it. I prayed for the downfall of that relationship. Megan Thee Stallion is young. She's got a lot going on in her life. To be tethered down to such a relationship that seemed to, need a lot of focus and attention was unnecessary. Of course, I'm going to get a bunch of hate in the comments for that. But I kind of agree with what you just read. It seemed like he wasn't there for certain things. He was there for certain things. He would show up and love her. I don't know. We don't know the insides and outs of their relationship, but I just want to see, after all she went through, Megan Thee Stallion, be happy.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I think her happiness is what's at the top of everybody's list. Now, I'm going to our special guest, Nemish. What are your thoughts about that?
First, I want to say big up to soccer for making it so large that Megan Thee Stallion is dating not even like Mbappe or somebody, but some guy named Romelu Lukaku. I never heard of this dude, but shout out to soccer for crossing over that hard. And second of all, I don't know much about the trial. I do know that she got shot in the foot. I'm betting that Party wishes she got shot elsewhere now, but it's very difficult to. I've never been in a situation where I had to stand by somebody through a difficult time. But Megan felt that, hey, this dude was not being the Johnny Cochran to her OJ, then obviously that wasn't the situation. But if he wasn't standing by her in that situation, then hey, go kick some other balls around,
That was an interesting take on it. Now, of course, Pierre, what are your thoughts about this?
It's funny. We on the outside looking in, talking about how much he stood by her, what he stood by her. We don't really know what the scenario was. Also, he's an artist. He has a career of his own too. He can't be at the trial every single day. Maybe he has business to take care of. Maybe she said, go ahead and take care of your business and come when you can come. We're just saying because two women just mentioned it first. Oh, he's leaving her. He's doing her so wrong. We don't know the situation of the relationship. Maybe it was a mutual agreement of come when you can come, or do what you can come. You know what I'm saying? We can't. We none of us was there. So to me, and she moved on. That's what people do. Young people, they move on. Everybody moves on. Well, young people move on so easily and stuff. It's okay. At the end of the day, the problem is that us men look at women as, we're supposed to look at women as queens. And most men look at women as their property. This is my wife. This is my woman. I do what I do. It's my woman. I'm here to protect and take care of her. And we look at women in that position. If we see a woman going around messing with a lot of men and going around different situations, we look at them in negative light, like, she's doing what men do. Men are kings. Men are conquerors. We go out, we get stuff. And to see a woman go out there and do that, make men look at women a little shady, like, all right, like Lori Harvey, to sleep around with so many guys or be with so many guys, like, But women are now saying, hey, we can do what y'all do. We can spread our stuff around to everybody else. What difference does it make? We can be with this guy for 6 months, this guy for 3 months, this guy for 4 months. So what a big deal. Now, remember, if you do that, you put that message out there, the men are going to look at you more like, Yeah, she ain't no wifey. She's just a little thing to do on the side here. We know they down for the same thing we down for. So I don't know. And I think it's called a man. I guess post. Don't say soccer too loud, brother. It's football. It's football around the world. They'll kill you for that.
I just have to add in that at the height of Whitney Houston's career, she was at Bobby Brown's trial every day in Atlanta screaming, Bobby, Bobby, holding up cardboard signs saying, I need to get out of jail.
Right.
And crack is whack, okay? And crack is whack. We don't know what's about it.
No.
Yeah, that part too.
I didn't know Party had that much of a career that he needed to be on, somewhere not.
Oh, he does.
But that's why he had to miss the trial.
Right. Now, speaking of like what all was going on between Meg and Party and the publicity that surrounded the trial, recently they had a video of a poem Party recited that people speculated was for Megan. So we're gonna take a look at this clip.
Your dream ain't big enough if you think about it and not get nervous. If you need me, girl, I'm at your service. My pillow's soft, but not too soft. My mattress perfect. Baby, let me tap on your...
Now in studio, we have a poet here, and his name is Kamal Speaks. Now, Kamal, I want to ask you, because this is your playground. What are your thoughts about that poem from Party?
When I came in here, I heard the poem was for the young lady, right? But to me, it seemed
allegedly.
It seemed like he was pitching that for everybody in the audience. I don't think that was pinpoint. That was like, let me shoot that shot in the crowd, shotgun style, and let it spread and hit everybody. That just didn't seem like a personalized poem. It was all right, but it just didn't seem like it was for her.
Right.
Well,
right.
I'm a dope poet.
I know that's right.
Thank you so much for that, Kamal. And we want to thank you for giving your thoughts on that. You can let us know exactly what you have going on before you head out.
Yeah, well, I'm in Atlanta right now. I throw a show, Poetry versus R&B. I got a movie coming out with Yandy from Love and Hip Hop, Michael Koya, Spliff Stars, Spoken Truth Pandemic Awards. That's coming to a major platform near you. Do you got enough time for a poem?
Hell no. All right, go ahead. Here we go.
Her wash is cold. She shoulders the load of dirty clothes like if it was laundry. See, each garment is a form of torment that she's been through. Her wash cycle menstrual, a bloody mess, and she can't wait for laundry day to wash the pain away. See, she figures if her clothes are clean, she won't remember the dirty things she can only see in her dreams. She goes to the cleaners for her self-esteem. See, that dress she puts on when she's depressed needs to be ironed and pressed, but don't press the issue. The issue's her skin tissue. And she can't count how many times it's been through the ringer. She's been soaked in society's confusion. Let me explain. She's been influenced to be a bad bee when she wants to be a good woman. So she rinse until washing doesn't make sense. And she starts to question, should she continue going to the laundromat every Sunday, screaming hallelujah, paying tithe for tithe, cleaning everything, but still feeling dirty on the inside? You'd be surprised how she hides the pain between her thighs in a clean outfit. And she's been taught not to let the hood soften her, so love can never be her fabric softener for that rough exterior. And she doesn't use a dryer. She lets her cries drip dries. Her eyes is on its last cycle spin before it starts again. But them tears will leave her scarred. And whoever would have thought doing laundry would be this hard. Peace.
Woo! Yes, I love that. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Y'all make sure that you guys check him out. Thank you so much for that. And we had a brief analysis of the poem itself. But social media continues to analyze the relationship between Party and Megan. And one of the things that social media is saying is that Party is a simp. And I want to ask, do you feel he was being a simp? And what exactly is your definition of a simp? Let me go to our special guest, Nime.
I don't know what exactly a simp is, but I'm going to guess it's someone who writes I'm gonna guess it's someone who writes a poem about a woman they broke up with.
Nah,
No.
I hate emotions, and if that's not apparent, I find it a bit, I don't know what the word, cringe, to be like, man, I'm gonna get on stage and write just put some music behind it, call it an R&B song, and you know, fade into wherever you got to go. Poetry is not for me. Maybe it's just my aversion to poetry, but I'm guessing the short answer is yes. That is some simp shit. So I'm guessing by Yamanika's face that she disagrees with me. And listen, I won't call someone a simp if I hadn't been one. It sounds like some shit I did in college. Like, hey, baby, I miss you so much. Like, let's be like that. Sounds like some shit I would have done before I had my heart broken a billion times. And I was desperately holding on to some form of love. Now I'm a heart and soul, and I think poetry and shows of emotion are disgusting. So yes.
damn.
Yamanika, you mentioned that you were shaking your head. You want to help me, Michelle, on this one in terms of what exactly is a simp? Let's start there.
There's no definition as far as I'm concerned. It constantly changes. I think the goalpost moves on what the people that use the word simp think a simp is. 1 minute it's not protecting the woman, and it's protecting the woman, it's doing too much for it, ain't doing it. I don't know. I don't, like, Pierre said, I don't know the relationship. I just want, I know Megan personally has been through a lot. And I want to make sure that she is in a, she lost her mother. She went through this trial, getting shot, losing friends, ups and downs, also being young, graduating from college, so everybody needs some happiness in their life, and whatever is happy for her, I hope that she gets it. If Party was really in love with her and, that is meant to be, as they say in the old adage, what is meant for you will come back for you. You don't have to chase it. So we've seen people rekindle their loves. If they're meant to be, they'll get back together. If not, they'll both move on, and hopefully they'll both be happy.
Yeah. Now, Pia, I want to ask you, what exactly is your definition of a simp? And do you think that Party is falling into that role?
Good question. First, let me give a shout out to Nemish for being the first Indian American writer on Saturday Night Live. Congratulations on that. And for writing on the Chris Rock Academy Award when he got slapped. Did you write the slap in too? Did you write that?
No, yeah, that was I wrote on the
You might have some inside intel. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. But a simp, like the good thing that she said, Yamanik said, the goalposts have been moved. We don't know what a simp is today. One time you were a hero for doing this, the next time you're not a hero for this. We don't know what it is. Also, what difference does it make from an outsider to call somebody a simp? Like, if you're not in a relationship, what difference does it make for you to say that? But a simp definition, I guess, is a guy who's, it sounds weird to say doing too much for a woman. I mean, what is too much? I mean, who's to say what's too much for doing for a woman? It's providing needs for her, but it really comes from an outside person looking in, not being happy with how another person handles his relationship. You a simp, you a simp. What is you? What is you? Well, do you do what your girl says sometimes? But then you a simp. So what are we talking about? This is so petty, the word simp. Trust me, Party ain't worried about nothing. He's a fashionably dressing young man. He's, relatively nice looking to the women. He's a rapper. Him and Megan, next. Okay, they both young. Next. That's how I look at it. Next.
Now, Pia, on the flip side, one thing that social media is chattering about also is the fact that they feel like Megan moved on too quickly, because this came at us like real fast. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that she moved on too quickly?
There it goes again. Who says what's too quickly? When love is love, or like is like, what is the proper time? She got to wait 6 months. She got to wait a year. And if she waits 6 months or a year, who is she waiting 6 months for a year for? The public? The public's going to tell her what time? Man, damn that. You find love or whatever your emotions hit you when they hit you. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, somebody might die, their wife or the spouse might die, and 2 months later, they run into somebody in the supermarket and start liking that person. And before you know it, 6 months later, they engage. Well, too soon. Too soon for who? Who is it too soon for? The public, who has no real business inside of relationships. So I said, no, it ain't too soon. Get it while you can,
Yeah, good point. Nimesh, do you think that Megan moved on too quickly?
Absolutely not. First of all, I know plenty of people who break up with their current relationship while they're still in the relationship and move on to someone else while they're still in a relationship. You know, second of all, it's like I've been in a few bad relationships, and what I know is that you're supposed to learn what you like and what you don't like in that relationship. And if Megan's quick enough to realize, oh, this is someone who meets the things I want in a relationship that this previous relationship wasn't giving me, then I'm a hop on this dude. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. And the worst case scenario, you know, Romelu Lukaku is a football player who's got some insane stamina, and she just wants to have some fun after, you know, being with some dude for 2 years. Let the woman live.
That's right. Insane stamina. Insane stamina.
Now that was a lot. Yamanika, I have to bring you in here. Do you think that Megan moved on too quickly?
I say after being shot by a black man, rapped about by a black man, disrespected by black men, not being believed, the fact that these brothers can't be grateful and thankful that she is with a dark chocolate man is crazy to me. Because she, you know, she just, I mean, this guy is, you know, he's dark chocolate, you know, nice little piece of chocolate too, or something, you know. That you would spread on a Sunday. So, you know, she's keeping it, still keeping it in the family. I don't, you know, whether somebody moves on quickly or not is really up to the two people that were in the relationship. What I've learned over my course of relationships is people who like to jump into relationships, jump in and out of relationships, move on, not process and things like that. Most of the time they suffer from narcissistic personality disorder. However, I think that if she has done the process of healing, and if they are on good terms, we don't know what terms they're on. You know, neither one of them has spoken about it. The last thing I knew, they were together. So I was shocked that there was a new guy. And, you know, what I will say to Party's credit is if they did break up, good for him for not doing what a lot of guys do, and her too, trashing each other. Because I didn't know. There was no post about you ain't shit and I don't like you and, you know, Stallion, Pallion or whatever. You know, it was just a misplaced poem. You know what I mean? Nobody would hear, you know what I mean? But other than that, good for them. Good for them.
Ooh, points were made, Yamanika, and great points from everyone on this panel. Now, I have to ask before we wrap up, what do you have going on and how can people follow you? I want to start first with our special guest, Nemish. Nemish, I hear that you have a comedy special that is coming out that focuses on a diagnosis that you had. So you can tell us a bit more about that and exactly how can we watch that as well.
The special is called Lucky Lefty, or I Lost My Right Nut and All I Got Was This Stupid Special. The story is in the title. I'll leave it at that. It's on YouTube. It's not any it's not simp at all in terms of being emotional. I say in the special I hate emotions, and I stay true to that. It's just a joke-laden story about having testicular cancer, and the Band-Aid's ripped off immediately. So feel free to laugh the entire way. And hey, you know, for the men and women listening, get checked. It might save your life, you know.
Thank you. And how can people follow you?
Touch yourself is my message. It's on YouTube, and my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok website is Finding Nemish. So findingnemesh.com for anything you need, and then all the other platforms, Finding Nemish.
Perfect. Thank you. Yamanika, what do you have coming up and how can people follow you?
I'm in Los Angeles on, I think, the 14th. My apologies. I did not charge my phone. And look at it. But the 14th, I'll let y'all know next week. My apologies. And look at Pierre just like this unprofessional bitch. I want to say, so glad to have Nimesh here. It is always a joy following him on stage. It really is. He is just, go watch that special. He no holds bar, tells it like it is, isn't afraid to speak his mind. Very great comics. Really appreciate him being here with us.
I feel the same. Yeah, I feel the same.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
Although I hate following you because it's damn near impossible. And the show's gone on way too long anyway.
Yeah, you're so sweet. Thank you, my love. Thank you. And Danielle, again, glad to see you here, and just as beautiful as ever, and so professional. And of course, Applehead, my brother, my baby boo. Pierre. Still looking good, even though I don't want to say that. He do look good. That's the one thing about him. He is a nice little piece of work. Thank God for him. And always glad to be here with him and John and everybody here, and Kamal also, who gave us our poem. So thank you guys.
Thank you, and shout out to the background. It totally goes with the topic today. And of course, last but definitely not least, the comedian we all love to hate, Pierre. What do you have coming up, and how can people follow you?
Oh, they all love to hate me. They just know what it is. It's just what it is. First of all, Neem, thanks for the shout out of the testicular cancer. I mean, I just now kind of hard to tell niggas, these nut. You gotta say these nut. You can't even say these nuts no more and shit. Get up off these nut. Okay, that's kind of hard. Girl, take the nut. You can follow me at Comic Pierre, COMICPIERRE. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Just like I said, Yamanik said, I feel the same way. You can catch me this Wednesday, next week, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm coming with it. You want to see this live and in person? It's at the Comedy Zone, June 7th. I'll be there 7 p.m. One-man show. Gonna rock the house, man. Got all my folks coming through. Shout out. So get them tickets at Comedy Zone in North Carolina and Charlotte. And I'm gonna see y'all there. And remember, when you see me there, let me know how you want to put it in the comments, because I'm damn sure gonna put it in the comments.
Thank you so much, Pierre. And thank you so much to everybody that sat in on today's panel. Top tier analytics from all of you. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think, or were you surprised at the breakup between Party and Megan? This is Danielle Miller for Comedy Hype News, signing off.
Put it in those comments.
Do you know the comedy culture? Play Comedy Hype, the game. Out now.